Right, third try at this. Hopefully the pups are going to be a bit quieter. Being wee monkeys tonight. Right, so what I'm going to do is we're going to make a little mini gatefold card. Using the Whisper White cardstock as a base, and then these little cuttings from the Needlepoint Nook designer series paper set. This is the only sheet I've cut up, so I'm going to use Night Navy. I'm going to use a sentiment out of the Thankful Thoughts stamp set. This is in the annual catalogue, the normal one, as is this one, Labels to Love. I'm going to use this outline here. And will a stamp inside it? Something actually. Yes, I'll stamp something in it. I know the thanks will probably fit in there. I'll do thank you actually. Or will I? Oh, I'll figure it out as we go. So, what you want to do is we're going to cut the card down. Now you get 2 cards out of this. I'm going to cut it down to 4. It's going to be a little 4-inch square card. 4 by 8, like so. Ta-da. Now what you want to do is you want to score it at 6 and also at 2. Okay, so if we do that, fold it in and crease it with your bone folder, like so. Now this one's got a tiny little gap which I'm not happy about. I must have cut it slightly off angle, so let me move the crease a little bit. You're not going to notice really, so, because I'm not chucking this out. So if I pull that to meet in the middle and then bone fold it. There we go. That's much better. Now, I know that's slightly squint, but us crafters always notice the bad bits about our project. Right, so what we're going to do is this little section here, the inside of the card, we're going to layer that. Now this just happens to be 4 inches by about 6 inches long, so I'm going to trim that down to 4 inches. Now for quickness, let me see, that's name trimmed a little bit more actually, hang on. Just a little smidgen. Yeah, so that fits better. I'll give another little slice off the top. Better being slightly shorter than actually overlapping the outside of your card. Right, that's fine. So let me cheat with my little adhesive mouse thing. I don't have a Stampin' one up of these yet, so it'll probably break halfway through the video. Right, so there we go. And that's nice. Now this bit, so that we can see the first layer here, I'm going to cut this down. Let me see, what does that measure? The width's okay. And it's just a case of kind of centering it in there. So if I was to cut it at 4.1, no, 3 and 6/8, that should do the trick. Now when you cut it, make sure that your pattern's going the right way. You don't want the butterflies upside down, for example. So what did I say, 3 7/8? Nope, I didn't. I said something else. 3 6/8. Silly sausage. And then that is just enough to contrast the back there. So let me cheat and snail it down. Again, make sure it's the right way. Get it in the centre. I hope the light's okay. I've got actually 3 lamps shining on this project. it's a bit dark in here tonight. Right, so that's the inside done. What I'm going to actually do is stamp a big thank you in here with a Night Navy. In this large thank you so much. Or I could do this one, as long as it's a bold one, because we're actually going on top of DSP. Right, now for the outer layers on the front, we're going to cut these. Let me see now. I think, I wonder if I've enough for this. Nah. You know what, I'm going to get a bit of Night Navy, hang on. I should plan this a little bit better. Here's my Night of Navy. Here's my big boy there. So, Night of Navy, A4 cardstock. I don't have any scraps, so I need to use a new sheet. So let me cut this down. Now, because it's 2 by 4, I'm going to cut it 1/8 of an inch. Shorter than 2. No, I'm going to actually do 2 before, because I want it to cover the whole front. There we go, and that length's this piece. Oh, brilliant. Get 2 off of one little strip there. Put that to the side. So what I want to do is apply it onto here. Now, I've actually cut that squint, but it doesn't matter because I can trim that up when it's actually on the card. So let's see. If I do it like so. So again, I'm going to get a bit of snail on there. And let's see, make sure it's covered. I mean, your cards don't need to be perfect. There's no point in harassing yourself trying to get it exactly lined up. But you do want it to look good, obviously, but not perfect. Right, so I'm just doing this in 2 stages so that I position it first before I stick the whole lot down. See, that's better. Now you can see it's slightly off, but no one's going to notice. Right, so I'm going to layer up this bit now. So I want to cut this butterfly DSP. I am going to do 1/8 of an inch shorter than the panel size of the front of the card, which is 2 by 4. So it'll be 3 7/8 by 2 7/8. 1 7/8, sorry. So 3 7/8 by 1 7/8. That's, I've already cut it that way, silly sausage. Let's see if these, oh, see, that's pretty. This goes really well with the Night Navy, actually. So let me see. What I'll do is I'm going to use my Tombow, which is still manky. Just put a little bit on, like so. Now, again, make sure your card's the right way round. And if you use the wet glue for this, you can move it around a little. Didn't matter as much for the inside because it's a larger area, but we want to see this border around this. That's looking nice. Right, now what I want to do is decide on a sentiment. Now, where did I put my Whisper White scrap? Here it is. I'm going to stamp on that. It's a bit dirty actually, I don't know what that is. A wee bit loose. I'm going to stamp on that, and then I'm going to punch it out with a classic label punch. I am then going to attach it to a bit of, well, adhere it to a bit of Night Navy and fussy cut it and stick it on the front here. What I was meant to actually do before I stuck this down was apply a bit ribbon, but I could still put it round this section before I put the front stamped image on. So I think I'll do that, and I'll just run it right in the side of the card. Nobody would have noticed unless I pointed that out. Right, so what we need is, now what one am I going to use? Let's see, sending thanks to a very gracious giver. I don't know, let me see what other thank you ones I've got. Because I'm not entirely sure. Here. You know what? Let me see. Sorry, I'm going to pause this a wee second. Right, I'm back. Right, I figured it out. I'm going to incorporate this thank you, or that thank you actually, in this friend stamp. Sorry, I'm taking that out of the shop. So, thank you, friend. So let me stick this on a stamping book. Now, I'm going to spray it with my adhesive, sorry. This does ruin your stamp pad things, your stamping blocks, but it'll clean. So, if I ink that up with Night of Navy, like so. Don't need a lot of ink. See? That is just the problem we're having with these older stamps. Stick on there, mister. Right, don't fall off. So let me get this on here. Ta-da, thank you. Right. Now, if I wash that now, put it back, that way I don't lose it. And I find my other stamp inside. You know the one you lost yesterday? It was hiding inside another one of the stamps in the same set. Covered in bright pink blooming ink, and I missed it. So it was there. Right. Right, I'm actually going to do thank you, lovely. And then I'll put inside friend. So let me ink this. So let's line that up. I'll just take out a short wee minute. Thank you, lovely. Okay. Clean that quickly. Put it away. And then I want friend. Now, the friend one I'll move over slightly because I am going to use the classic label punch. The banner, not the banner one, I forgot what it's called. I'll show you in a second. Right, I want to clean this. Right, that's that cleaned. So I've used Lovely Friend from the Stitched All Around stamp set, and that's in the current catalogue, the standard catalogue. Right, so let me get my everyday label punch. Now we're wanting this one. So what you do is we line that up. It's a bit square. There we go. I'm knocking everything. And I'll get my other punch. I'll put the proper names of these and links to them at the bottom of the blog. Right, so let's punch that out too. Keep all your scraps because you don't know when they'll come in handy, you know, and this is going to go in the inside. Now, right, Night and Navy, where did I put the other bit? Let's see now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere this to here, making sure it's straight. This one I'm going to adhere, let me see, what don't know, can you see that, or am I going out of shot? You know what, I'm going to cut that down to 2. You'll see what I mean, you'll see what I mean in a minute. Just playing around here. Triple banner punch, let's be having you. Now this is the biggest size you can put in here, which is 2 inches. Now, that's going to be nice. Fabulous. Right, I'm going to snip a wee bit off. Perfect. Now, I've got a bit of Whisper White. I'll cut that down to 1.5 and do the same. 1 3/4. Yeah. Now I am just going to eyeball this so that it's straight, like so. Now I'm just playing around now. Don't know if I like that. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, that's too much like that. Bugger it. So, strip that on. Yeah, that's going to look nice. Now, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to stick that down on the Nighty Navy as well. So, let me cut a strip for that, 2 seconds. What's that one cut? So I'll do 2 1/4. All coming together. Right, so I'm going to just stick this on the Nighty Navy cardstock to give it some more thickness, because it's to keep the front of the card down. Now you could use a little glue dot or something. Right, so just be careful when you're cutting this. Easy peasy. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect. No one's going to notice. See, that's much better. Much better. Right. So, where did I want that? Sorry, this video is going on a wee bit, but if I don't plan these cards, I tend to waffle a little bit. Right, so if I move over slightly, oops, you see that's nice, isn't it? And then, I'm just going to trim off the edges of this. You know what, I'm so glad it's Friday tomorrow, because I'm knackered. And I'm going to apply this, oh hang on, pups are pasting each other. I'm going to apply this to the inside of the card, right in the middle. Now you've got this section and this section to write a sentiment in, but we're not finished there. If I, hang on, I'll close my ink up. I'm so clumsy. Don't want that drying out. See, look at that. A clarity bugger. Right, where's my other embellishments? Now, I have got you know what, I'm going to use these. I'm going to use the peel and stick, what are these, basic rhinestone jewels. And I'm going to apply some of these. So let me get my tweezers. moved everything around on that desk and it's knocking me for six, and look how messy I'm being. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the clear ones rather than the cloudy ones, and I am going to just pop one there. Whoops. It's so footery. My goodness. And one down there. Now we've got a dog here stuck. Like so. And I think that's all it needs really. Perfect. So let me tidy this up and I'll just recap what I've used here. Now you've probably seen on my blog, I'm trying to round up some participation in Team Smithy card swap. My upline Amanda, she done a Team Scrimpy one a while back. It looked like it was real fun, so feel free to send me a card and I promise I'll send you one of my homemade ones back. Stampin'Up one I'll send you, of course. Right, let me tidy. So, needle and Nook, DSP, very vanilla, Whisper White cardstock, Night of Navy cardstock, Everyday Label Punch, Basic Rhinestone Jewels. You've got your Thankful Thoughts. I didn't bother using this when I should have, though. I actually forgot. Never mind. So we've got that set there. And I had Friend out of, which one was it? This. Lovely Friend. Thank you, lovely. And then it's Friend. Okay, so I'll put all the measurements and what have you in a little photo of this over on my blog, just to let you see it again. I think that's nice. So if you have a friend that does lots of nice things for you, or even is just there for you, why not make them this card? Okay, check me out at SmithsCraftyCreations.com. See ya!